Another thing we're gonna discuss is Jay Hobbs. Now we did have that hood caught. Who was there for? Any of you guys missed that?
Jack.
I don't think Jack was in there. I think I said it from the car.
Well, pretty much long story short, Jay Hobbs wants back in the gang. A lot of the boys want him back. The problem I have is I can't just let him back in the gang like nothing fucking happened, right? Like I just can't see that happening. Problem is I don't really know what the solution to that is. Like, what do you do? Like, well, how do you go about that? You know, it's kind of one of those things. How do you just let him back after what happened?
It's kind of on you though, no? Because the beef was with you, so it's like kind of hard for anybody else to think like.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, but like,
we're the ones advocating to get him back, right? So, like, you're the one that I'm not saying you have a grudge, right? Grudge is the wrong word, but you're the one that has like something against him, you know?
You're the only one quit.
I don't really hold anything against him anymore.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying you have an actual.
It's just that I can't just let him back in the gang like nothing fucking happened.
Yeah, I mean I get it, but
I think
then you gotta be the one to think about what you can do.
If I personally think, from like what like the whole thing stemmed from, my opinion is like, I guess the better word is like everyone like would put on Jay like lack of effort, right? I think it'd be good for him to put in effort, I guess, right? Go out of his way to like, hey, like guys, I have this. You guys want to do this job or?
Yeah, but he doesn't have to do. No. Listen, we know what he's like. He doesn't have to go do jobs with people. Like, that's not really something that's not really what's gonna fix it, in my opinion.
Okay, then.
I mean, you guys, a big thing you guys said before was like he just got everything handed to him, right?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
He goes out of his own way to get
Jay Hobbs got a lot of things handed to him, and he was somewhat spoiled. But at the same time, he would go out and do stuff. Like he would take the initiative to do stuff with people. Like that was never a problem with him. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he's definitely one of those people that's gonna be like, yo, let's go do this, and we'll grab people and go do it with him. That is never the issue with him.
The problem with him was a couple things. It was crashing out over the littlest fucking shit, right?
I mean, he also said he was going to go out of his way to let Thomas out of the game.
Exactly, crashing out over the littlest shit. He's crashing out for that bullshit.
He had no respect for anybody. That was the biggest issue.
Another thing, yeah, no respect for nobody. He's thinking he's the hot shit. And then another thing was, he was like, oh, I don't need you. I could always leave and do my own thing. And like, always thinking he doesn't like, he was just spoiled. But I think now he's realized.
Just tell him if he does some fucked up shit again, just kill him.
I mean, I think that's what we told him at the Johnson, no?
I'm not talking like shoot him. I'm talking like decapitate the motherfucker, bro.
Were you in on it, Jack?
Hello?
Is that why you shot Thomas?
No.
That's crazy, Jack.
Jay Hobbs paid him.
Well, listen, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys, right? I don't really have a way. I don't really have anything in my head that would make sense to let him back. Like I don't have anything. I have to explain it. There's no way in my head that would make sense for him to come back, right? But at the same time, if the whole gang wants something, I'm not gonna go against it.
Well, is he disbanded his fucking gang yet, or?
No.
I mean, that's what he said.
He hasn't disbanded shit. I talked to
you're the leader. I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not.
Please, sorry. Can you yell, please?
If the whole gang wants something, first of all, I'm not the only leader. And if the whole gang wants something, then I'm not gonna be like, yeah, we're not doing that.
I don't blame him for that. Why would he disband his gang without knowing what's actually gonna happen? And then when he called me today, the first thing he said was, "Can I come home?"
Do you think? Okay, hear me out. Do you think that would be a good test of his ego, where we say to him, "Listen, before we can even consider it, like let's say we're like we all agree, okay, we let him in. We don't tell him that though, right?
That's just stupid.
No, but then that will. Everyone here said he had a massive ego, and
right,
he would be
telling him that it's not guaranteed to come in. Why would he disband his gang? You're literally asking him to give up the only thing he has.
Because then that would be the test, right? That's the point. That's the whole point of the test.
Yeah,
that's
but like
stupid as fuck.
Why would he disband something for someone that's not even certain?
Yeah,
because that's the test.
But we're not testing his loyalty, Alan.
No, we're testing his ego. That's my point.
How is that
an
ego
ego test?
Because he's gonna put his that ego aside, right? Of being a gang leader.
That is not even
to-
ego.
No. Future said, this guy said 10 times over that he would just leave the besties and go make his own thing. If you put that pressure on him to disband his gang for a chance to be at the bottom again for the besties, is that not putting his ego aside and his pride? Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Oh, you guys are fucking brain dead. But okay.
Was you there at the meeting or no?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
I mean, from what he described, I mean, I don't know how like believable it is, right? But from what he described, like I think he understands. That's what came out of his mouth, right? Like he kind of knows now when he went his own way and tried to do his own thing, that it's not as simple as he thinks it is.
Yeah.
On God, that motherfucker wasn't out there in the group 6 truck working to get the house for the gang. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you speaking like that, bro?
On God, he wasn't out there doing that bullshit. On God, he wasn't out there slaving to get materials to fucking build some butt coin. He was not doing that. I remember I had $25,000 to my name. This dumbass forehead, hey, let me borrow 25,000. Get this shitty booty ass car. And I gave that shit to him. And I never seen a dime back from that.
Fuck you! I just paid off your gambling debt, you stupid bitch.
By the time you did something,
All I ever do is look after you, fucking bum.
Cap. What about that
Okay,
time I
who
gave you?
gives
I
a
gave
fuck?
you $9 million
Listen,
for the
yeah,
market.
It doesn't
No
matter.
one
It doesn't
cares.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Future, the first person to make it about himself when it's not. Fucking
Yeah,
idiot. Shut up, man.
literally.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna be honest. It's just this simple, right? I don't see a way for him to come back in the gang that I would be happy with. That would make sense. But like I said before, if everybody else in the gang at the end of the day, you know, like I shouldn't be the only choice. I know it was me that had a problem with him. I don't really hold a grudge like that. I'm over that shit. If everybody else in the gang wants him in, then I feel like it should happen. If the whole gang wants something and just because I'm against it, and I'm not even against it enough for it to not happen, I just can't see it really make sense. But if everybody wants something, then it should happen.
Well,
I think
you can't really say that though,
Yeah, that's kind of.
because didn't you
It's
say
kind of
the
a
same
cop-out,
thing
bro.
about Coop? I mean, I was the one that didn't really want Coop around, and then
Yeah, but Cube is different. I mean,
He's not
I
wrong.
mean, how you compare
Coop is different.
Coop to Jay
You
Hobbs?
can't compare him. Yeah. You guys got to think about it. Remember Jay Hobbs back in the day? He was with us. I'm not saying that's a
Like
reason
even
he should be back.
even if you have like listen, I understand, like, you know, even if we have our like fucking ups and downs with Jay Hobbs, like we got history with him, you know.
Okay, so why is it such a struggle just to let him walk back in?
I mean, it's not about let him. I don't want to just let him walk back in. I feel like he has to earn it in a way, but I just can't really think of a way for him to
Well,
earn
he has
it.
kind of earned it, no? I mean, he's gone off. He's done his own shit. He's figured out shit's not easy, and he's fumbled the bag, and now he's trying to come back.
That's kind of where my head's at too. I feel like he's got his own test of going through his own struggles and stuff like that.
I don't think there's anything we can really do to him or tell him to do, or put something on him that's gonna make him change his mind or do anything. It's not like we can send him up to the woods to get fucking 20 storage boxes.
I mean, I agree. That's why I didn't come up with anything. I can't really think of anything that he could do.
I think the only way this actually really works is if you just accept the fact that, you know, that you want him back. Because it seems like you want him back, but you just like,
Trying to validate it.
yeah, because you think it's like wrong to bring someone back.
In a way, but I feel like people gotta learn from their mistakes, right? And I know you said that, you know, technically speaking, I can learn. I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be more to it than like, oh yeah, Jay, just welcome back.
I mean, truthfully, have you even thought about something, or is it just like?
But that's what I'm saying. I can't really come up with anything that. That's why I said what I said. Like I don't really have an option for it, so I'm not gonna sit here and just delay it forever.
Yeah.
You know, a wise man once said, "When life gives you lemons, You'll make orange juice. Shout out Lovemore.
Oh, I wish I could mute him.
I think that's a perfect analogy. You know, when life gives you Jay Hobbs, you make what's best. Right?
Shut the fuck up.
Like, what in your eyes is it like a punishment of like, oh yeah, go get me like 1,000 materials
No.
Okay. I mean, like if it comes down to like anything else, bro, just make him go work in fucking Big Dog Noodles like once a week, bro. That'll fucking grind his ass real quick. Just make him do like an hour in Big Dog Noodles once a week. Bazin being your boss at Big Dog Noodles is enough to drive anybody fucking crazy.
I don't think it's that. I think it's more like he has to
Oh,
do something
yeah.
before he comes into the game. You know what I mean? It's got to be like.
Oh, 100%, but that's like virtually impossible because that's a personal beef, right? I suggested the Big Dog Noodles thing because at least you get a bit of fun out of it watching him work there with fucking Bazin as your boss.
Does anybody in the rest of the gang know about this or no?
I think everyone does, no? There's more than just us there.
Nah, I don't think.
Remember, if that was there, OP was there, and Lucky was there. Well, and I think Zebra
Yeah.
came late.
Rissa knows about it.
Mike know about it?
Mike knows
Yeah,
about
I'm
it.
pretty sure. Was he there? I'm pretty sure Mike was
No,
there.
Mike was not there. We talked about Mike asked about it after. There's a couple of people that asked about it after.
I think what we do is we bring it up, the rest of the gang when everyone's there, like we have an actual meeting. I think a meeting is due anyway. We haven't had a fucking meeting in how long? And then we'll see what everyone says and go from there. I will decide on that day. Bro, you guys just chat. You guys just want to rush everything in 2 seconds, bro. Like that's not how shit works.
Sounds good.
Alright.
I just don't want it to turn into like something if like something happens and he fucking pisses you off again, you end up shooting him. I don't want it to be like a I told you so type thing, you know? Because you obviously still have some like.
I mean, look, we know how Jay Hobbs is, right? He's gonna argue, he's gonna fucking yap, he's gonna talk some bullshit, but it gets to a point where motherfuckers know when the line is drawn, and he just needs to realize where the line is.
Yeah, maybe you can teach him.
Yeah, I think you're the right person for that, ain't you?
I think I am the right person because I know where the line is.
Aim forehead say you're lucky that you've got like special protection, otherwise you would have been blooded out of the gang.
I don't remember him saying that.
Nah, that is pretty true though, future. Like you receive heavy bias.
From who?
I would say from both of us, me and Ming.
Type shit, because y'all my dog, you know what I'm saying? You know, you smell me type schmeat.